Hey everybody, it's Barbara, and welcome to the East 59th Street collection for 2018. In this cycle, I will be reviewing 4 dolls, and each of the 4 dolls came in the same kind of box. So I'm really not going to spend a whole lot of time in each of the reviews doing a review of the packaging. So this one clip is going to start all 4 videos. What I want to say about the East 59th Street collection has to do with some comments that were made when the new designs of the new face and fashion royalty boxes were revealed, and reviewed. And there were some comments about the accessories box fitting as a square right about here, not in the usual slide, but sort of as a box that you would open more like this. And you would be able to, so the accessory box would stay permanently in one position, and you would simply take the accessories out. There were some problems with some people's boxes, and they included one of mine, that the accessory lid would not stay closed and would pop open right away. So my suggestion, or to those of you who have some questions, I think perhaps they should do a variation on this look, which is sort of like the 1950s, late 40s, early 50s style of wall cabinet / bar, where you have these cabinets. Instead of putting the accessory box with the doll, perhaps, when possible, cut the doll section down and put the accessory box here, and maybe do 2 and 2, do the stand in one and the accessories in the other, and that might make for an easier way to store the accessories and the stand, especially if you're going, whoa, excuse me, I didn't mean to do that, especially if you're going to keep playing with them. In this case, the stand would just pop out. With these 59th Street, the stand pops out this way. Not the prettiest or the neatest way to do it. So maybe if they can figure out a way to slide the stand in sideways and the accessories for East 59th, for Fashion Royalty, New Face, and Poppy, we finally might be onto something. So that's my thought about that. And let's go ahead and get to the actual ladies themselves. Hello everybody, it's Barbara, and I am back with the second of the East 59th Street line for the fall of 2018. This is Tangerine, Constance Madssen. And not too much of a Tangier here, but definitely a lot of Tangerine. A lot of nice orange tones, which usually are a complete turnoff for me. Gotta give it to Chris Stockel, he makes it work. I'm actually totally into her look. The plot of this collection for East 59th Street is Laird has gone on and created a signature cocktail for an up-and-coming adult beverage company. And he has found a way to take this tangerine liqueur and make it into a very palatable cocktail. And Constance is helping him sell it. And because she becomes the face of the Tangerine cocktail, this boosts her and her popularity. So this is one of the looks associated with that ad campaign. The look includes the very obvious tangerine hat, which does, by the way, come with a pin. It is your typical 1950s, early 60s, not pillbox, but rounder hat. It does, by the way, come with hat pins. I don't like using them in the hair. And since there's so much product in her hair, hold that thought, I figured I'd just let this ride. The ensemble is a caplet swing jacket which is collared, that traditional long secretary pencil length skirt, and a great muted olive, not really olive, but like a light green turtleneck, or rolled, it's not, yeah, a rolled turtleneck. So it's a very, very nice look. It also comes with a brooch with tangerine and gold. I'll get a little closer with that as I go ahead and get closer in looking at her face, which we will do right now. So, Miss Constance has, if you look at it dead on, there are hints of tangerine in her eyes, though really the eye color are very muted browns. There's just like this little bit hit of bronzing tangerine right at the lid, the bottom lid, I should say. Her eyes are gray brown. Her lashes are real and they are applied. Her lips are a matte red. And as I said, there is product in her hair. I wanted to be very careful with it, particularly because you have, of course, this very matted in product curl here, turning ever so slightly so you can get a better look at the brooch. And it's a very simple tangerine stud in the ear. Then again, not a color we usually get in studs. So this is a get me if you like that kind of color, especially if you're somebody who has a lot of Halloween costumes or you like dressing your dolls for Halloween. Those would be a good pair of studs to get in multiple sets. And again, here, the hard curl, you would need to spend mucho time getting her out of that. Interesting to note, even though this is a semi-formal business suit, no stockings. Her lashes are long, not quite as long as turquoise Evelyn's were, but still very long and lovely looking. Very much in keeping with that long faux lash that they did have in the 1940s and 50s. As women coming back from the war were able to play with cosmetics. I'm sorry that the light is fading, unfortunately. It appears one or both of my lamps are dying as I am doing this. I was just trying to get the lights back up. There you go. If I hold it up this way, it's a little bit brighter. There we go. So this is, well, I will tell you, well, this, and I will bring her down so I can show you the shoes. This is pretty much the first look of two. And as I lift her up and show you the shoes, I will remind you that one of the trademarks of East 59th Street is the playability and the fact that Chris liked doing day-to-night fashions. Well, there is a second lovely, softer look for her. And I'm going to go ahead and show you that look right now. I'm going to pause here. I'm not going to change her on camera, but I am going to pause here so I can, in fact, put her into that second look and show you really just how lovely that look is. So here we go. Okay, so let's pretend that she's posing for her second look, or she's posing with the drink. And obviously I'm doing everything wrong if I was the photographer because I don't have the label straight in the shot, but I'm a lot more interested in her and the second look. The second look starts with the gold hoop earrings, which are very lovely. You will see them again. I believe it's going to be, it's called, of course, it's called Mai Tai Twist. I think it's called, well, Mai Tai's in the title. It's and I believe that outfit also comes with gold hoops. She has on her hand, you can do it on either hand, a simple gold bangle, and she's now wearing a full patterned white skirt with blue, green, purple, and yellow, almost like kiwi fruit patterns on the skirt. She has a very light blue belt, and you'll see that repeated in the dress when I stand her up. And of course, there she is posing again, her very lovely Tangerine. Tangerine, the perfect drink when you want to relax. And here is that drink. I would say that it's probably 2 parts tangerine, 1 part soda, ice, and a lovely little sprig of mint that sticks out from the top. And of course, this can go anywhere with any 1/6 scale 12-inch doll or figure, including Mr. Bond, should he ever decide to make another movie. The obvious dialing hands are back, and I'm going to go ahead and bring back in the stand over here and lift her up. So you can now see the skirt in all of its fullness and loveliness. It is lined, by the way, in white suiting silk. And this roll top turtleneck happens to be a bodysuit, which means you can quite easily pair this with any jeans or trousers if you wish. And the shoes will match, these pairs of shoes will match the skirt quite nicely and quite lovely. And for once, we have an open toe shoe, so you can see that the nails and the toenails will match as usual. The one other accessory that I haven't shown you yet, but I'm just about to, excuse me, are the gloves that go better with the, obviously go better with the dress suit. And they are pleather orange gloves. So all in all, Constance looks quite lovely and movie star-esque. I have heard the phrase Marilyn when looking at this, and given her face makeup and the hairdo, I would go with yes. It does have the potential to be a faux Marilyn, and certainly has that vibe of a younger, happier Marilyn type look. Alrighty. So for me, and for Constance, and for Tangerine, this is Barbara, saying see you again real soon with another review in the East 59th Street line. Take care.